Hello everybody, Beneficial Z here, and welcome to Hypixel on Minecraft. Where am I? Prototype lobby. Wait, what? Wait, how did I get here? What? Oh. What the heck? This isn't the lobby I'm used to. How the heck did I... Main lobby? Okay. Here we go. But I guess the thumbnail I grabbed was for the prototype lobby. Now, what I want to try out is something that I've seen a lot of YouTubers play. Because it just looks really fun. It's called Build Battles. Yeah, there we go. I have 0 mystery dust. Whoa. Whoa! Let's do solo mode. Hey! Alright. Alright, this game, I've never done this, but I'm guessing it's pretty interesting. No, I'm not going to leave the lobby. What theme? Llama, car. Let's do llama. Tent. Okay, I can do this. How do you... This is Minecraft. Alright, this is going to be like a... so it's creative mode. This would be like an old-fashioned tent, but not like a teepee. Y'all know what teepee is, right? And then like nice little music here. Wait, I'm gonna put like a little this, you get 5 minutes to build all this stuff. Alright, and then... Wait. No, I know what to do. Ooh, this... Dude, I think they did note blocks to make this music, which makes it even cooler. This sounds like me music or something. I thought they were about to play Pizza Time. Wait, I already did that one. Alright, and then we need the wool. Shit. Dude, they're playing the Hobbit song. Dude, the music in this place is great. Yeah, this is definitely the song from The Hobbit. I'm gonna put some villagers in here, don't worry. No, Minecraft music. I do not give you permission to play over this. God damn it. I know what I'm going to do for the little finishing touch after I add the villager. E. Yeah, campfire. You can't use campfires? Dang it. Alright, and then profession, farmer. Alright, cool. Alright, okay. Yeah, this one's pretty decent. I'm gonna give that a... Oh, 2 tenths. Oh, this one's a good. Wait, is there a cat? Wait, what is this? Okay. Well, that's pretty decent. I like that one. Every time you vote, there's a cat noise. Ollie. Alright. Wait, can you go in there? That's getting an epic. Here we go. Aw, man, I missed a spot. Alright. Yeah, it's an okay. Meow. I didn't vote for mine because I didn't really want to be one of those people. Oh, I like how he goes with... Oh, there's beds in there. What? Oh, is that a... Well, it's not a tent, but I'm still going to give it a good. Because he made a fire that isn't a fire. Oh, yeah, he did make a tent. What's this? A turtle? Poop. Is that a pitch lower? Alright. Alright, what was the... 10th place! Oh, I'll do better next time. Alright. Let's do it again. I like this mini game. A little water to clear my throat. Oh wait, I got a new skin. Look at me. What theme? Skateboard. Happy. Oh, I got this. I'm gonna need shulker boxes for this. Oh, you can't use shulker boxes? I'm good at putting on a happy facade. Dude, this music is great. Alright, we got our base. I'm making a face if you're wondering. Black. Black terracotta. Yes! I keep trying to use commands. I'll use an anvil. Wait, no, I don't need a name tag. Like, I don't know why I did that. Happy boy. All of them. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Should I report this or say poop? I hope he doesn't get first place. Is that Morty? Oh, I don't know, Rick. Nice slant there. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Well, I like how he did the red roll all around. Unless that was how the map was. Is he licking his eye? Stay happy. That's pretty happy. I didn't vote for that last one, did I? Happy freaking American boy. What? I don't get it. Okay. What's this? Yes, I would be pretty happy if I found diamonds. What is his chin? Alright, what were the places? How did I place? 6th place, not too bad. Alright, one more and I think I'll end the video. Helicopter, weightlifting. Oh, helicopter, yeah. Oh. Weightlifting might be fun too. Pyramid. Oh, that's easy. We need sand. Sandstone. Cut sandstone. We need the creeper one as well. How do you make a pyramid in Minecraft? It's a cube. If someone makes a full-blown desert temple, I'm gonna cry. I might make a desert temple, actually. That's a good idea. Hi, Oreo. You wanting some attention? Well, you better not try to climb on my leg. Because I'm not wearing long pants. So if he does, it's gonna hurt. Because he's got claws. I think one more layer and that'll be the sandstone. Chiseled sandstone in the top there. Oh, I have a lot more time than I thought. All right. Yeah, that's definitely the song from The Hobbit. The Shire. That's the name of the song. Yeah, can you guys hear it? Da-da-da, da-da-da. Hopefully I don't get copyright struck. Wait. Yeah, they're definitely playing the Shire. No, we're not doing that. No, okay. Okay, prepare to start voting. Alright, this one's pretty good. I'll give it a good. Yep, they did a desert temple. No, not quite. But you know what I'm saying. What? T-posing guy on pyramid, okay. I spawned in fire? I'm giving that a... Well, that's a good. Yeah, that's probably going to get first place. Okay. That's okay right there. Okay. Alright, this one's mine, so I'm definitely going to give that a good. Yeah, the guy just noticed the creeper in the... Yep, desert temple. Right there, buddy. Right there. Good. Yeah. I don't really give out epics unless they're truly amazing. OG? Or maybe he was trying to build something and he got cut off. Oh. I don't know where he got those blocks, but I like them. I like it when there's a little something to explore. I mean, it'd be cool if it were, like, pyramidic. Alright. Okay, this looks like a little outpost next to a pyramid. That's pretty good. I like their use of the signs there. How did I do? How did I do? 9th place. I thought I did pretty good. I was gonna do that stair thing. That's not what a pyramid looks like. All right. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to give that a like if you did. Comment, subscribe, share with all your friends. If you do, but you don't have to. You know, it's just something nice that I want my channel to grow, and it hasn't grown in a year. So maybe you just don't like me saying to subscribe. Comment below if you don't. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.